Okay, today I'm going to make a video on how I make my smoked tuna dip. First I brine the tuna, and I have 2/3 cup kosher salt, a half a cup of brown sugar, 5 bay leaves, half a lime. I'll just squeeze in there, or you can use, this is what I had, or you can use 2 tablespoons or so of lemon juice. Is about the same. You just want a little acid in it. Alright. And 2 tablespoons of black pepper. And a 1/3 cup of Worcestershire. And 64 ounces of water. And what you do, you take the water to make the brine. You put the water in your pot there that's big enough to hold it. Ooh, that was close. Okay, and get some heat on it. You're gonna need to heat it up so it will melt the sugar, melt the salt. And you combine all the ingredients. Worcestershire, lemon juice, lime juice, whatever you have. Bay leaves. And crumble them up a little. The heat will also pull some of the flavor of the bay leaf out also. That's good. And all the dry ingredients. And we'll let this go for a little while. It'll maybe a slow boil, just to make sure everything's dissolved. And once it heats up, the black pepper will work itself down in there. And see, I still got a lot of solids left. Okay, I got the brine up to temp, slight boil, really low boil. Hot enough, everything's dissolved, there's no more solids, except for the black pepper. All the sugar and salt has dissolved and went together. So we're going to kill the heat, and that's going to have to get down to room temperature before we can put it on top of the meat. So that's about an hour. It's going to have to cool. So to make the brine, I used, these ingredients is all. Worcestershire, kosher salt, black pepper, bay leaf, and brown sugar, of course half a lime or lemon, whatever you had, and water. So the next ingredient we're going to need is going to be fresh caught yellowfin tuna. So that was the tuna I caught 3 days ago, which is why I'm making dip. I cut the tuna into steaks and the trim pieces that the pieces with the skin and all the tendons or whatever that is, stringy stuff. I don't care for in my steak. I put it in this Ziploc bag or food saver bag. I make the bag, as you can see, a lot bigger than it needs to be for that amount of meat. What I'll do is open it, put the brine in, reseal it, and let it brine for a couple hours. If you're going to make the dip later, more than a week or so after you caught the fish, you'll want to probably put it in the freezer, and you can defrost it and make the dip whenever you want. This has been chilling in the refrigerator for 2 days. So what I'm going to do is you open the bag and show you what I have here. It's a bunch of stuff, you know, small pieces that didn't quite make the steak cut. I have exactly 2 pounds, nice red yellowfin, red meat. I have exactly 2 pounds of tuna, well, minus those 2 pieces. I think they're going to get eat here in just a minute. So, we need to, let's move over to the sink. Sorry about all the crazy camera work. Get that bag open. Just roll the top like that and it'll stay open. You have to pour it all in there because all the pepper sinks to the bottom. You don't worry about all that. Okay, and kind of wash it off a little so I don't get it all over the place. I don't want the pepper stuck in the seal. And what I will do, you see the tuna's all floating around in the brine, and I'll bring that back over and just seal it back up. Okay, the tuna has been chilling in the brine in the fridge for a little over 2 hours. So now we're going to open the bag, drain off the brine. I'm doing this outside in the drain that runs out to the drainage. Anyways, I didn't want to put all this down my sink into my septic system. Now some people will rinse the meat off. I don't really know why. I guess they don't like the pepper on it, but I do. So I will leave it as is, and that's what you're left with. Nice brined peppery tuna. Just time to put it on the grill. Got the fire going. So let's walk over here and put it on the grill. The wood I like to smoke with is pecan and oak. I don't like the bark on it, so I take all the bark off. So now we're going to just put the tuna on. And we'll do it like that. Spread it all around. Again, 2 pounds fresh tuna, yellowfin. You can use black, blue, whatever. Skipjack, I think it even makes a good dip. But this is what we call it, so this is what we're going to use. Don't have to be perfect. There we go. That's good. Now all this, let's see if I can zoom in. All this skin type, tendon type stuff. The part that I don't like in my steaks, when you shred the tuna, that'll come out. You can throw it away, you can leave it in. I pull it out and throw it away. You're going to shred the tuna with a fork later, so you won't have any of that stuff. And that's it. We're going to shut the door on this and give it about 2 hours, hour and a half to 2 hours at 175 degrees. We're not up to temp yet. Once I shut this, let that fire get going and let the smoke build. We'll be at 175 for 2 hours, and I'll start the video then. Okay, it's been 2.5 or so hours, a little over, and let's check the meat. It's nice crispy edges I like. You break it open. Oh, it's hot. You can see a nice pink smoke ring in there. Maybe if that camera will focus. Anyway, it's cooked all the way through. Nice smoke ring most of the way through the meat. Pretty flaky. It's ready to come off. So what we'll do, we'll pull it all off of here. We'll let this rest in the fridge overnight to get cool so I can work with it. And then, little pieces get hung up. We will do the final step as far as cream cheese, onions, garlic, and that part of it.